Hello, welcome back to English Daily Practice. We're so happy you're here.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you again.
So before we start, I have a quick question for Olivia.
Oh, what is it?
If you had to describe yourself in just one word, what would it be?
Just one word. That's hard. I think adventurous.
I knew it. You always love trying new things.
What about you? How would you describe yourself?
Probably logical. I like facts and data.
That fits you. And actually, that's exactly what today's lesson is about.
Right. Today we're learning how to talk about your personality in English.
This is super important. People ask about personality in job interviews, on dates, or when making new friends.
And if you describe yourself well, you sound confident. So if this helps you, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out.
All right, let's start with the story. Michael, have you ever had an awkward moment describing yourself?
Oh, definitely. Years ago at a networking event, a manager asked, "What kind of worker are you?"
And what did you say?
I panicked. I just said, "I'm good."
Just, I'm good?
I know, it was embarrassing. I had no idea what words to use.
Well, after today, that won't happen again.
Okay, let's start with positive personality words.
Good idea. What is a trait that everyone loves?
I would say dependable. Everyone appreciates a dependable person.
That is a strong one. What does it mean exactly?
Being dependable means people can trust you. You do what you promise.
Right. Like, if you say you will be there at 5 p.m., you are there at 5 p.m.
Exactly. My coworker is very dependable. I never worry about his work.
That is valuable. I try to be dependable, but sometimes I forget things.
It happens. Okay, what is the next one?
How about open-minded?
I like that. Being open-minded means you accept new ideas.
You don't judge people instantly. You are willing to listen.
Right. My brother is very open-minded. He loves trying food from different cultures.
That's a fun way to be open-minded. It makes life interesting.
True. Now, what about ambitious? This is great for job interviews.
Oh, yes. Ambitious means you have big goals. You want to succeed.
You work hard to improve yourself. You don't settle for less.
My friend Sarah is incredibly ambitious. She wants to be a CEO by age 30.
Wow, that takes a lot of energy.
It does. I am ambitious too, but I also love my sleep.
Sleep is important. Okay, let's talk about generous.
That is a beautiful trait.
Generous doesn't just mean giving money. It means giving your time.
Yes, a generous person helps others without expecting a reward.
My neighbor is so generous. He helps me fix my car for free.
That is lovely. Everyone likes being around generous people.
Absolutely. Okay, one last one for this section. Adaptable.
This is huge right now. Adaptable means you handle change well.
If plans change, you don't panic, you adjust.
In my last job, rules changed every day. I had to be very adaptable.
It is a survival skill. So we have dependable, open-minded, ambitious, generous, and adaptable.
But you know what? Nobody is perfect.
Definitely not. We all have a mix of traits.
So let's talk about the realistic side of personality.
Let's get real now. Nobody is positive all the time.
True. We need to look at opposites. Are you introverted or extroverted?
That is the big question. I am definitely more introverted.
Really? You seem so social on camera.
I can be social, but I need time alone to recharge my energy.
That is the real definition. Extroverts get energy from being around people.
Exactly. My sister is an extrovert. She hates being alone for too long.
I am actually somewhere in the middle. They call that an ambivert.
An ambivert? I like that word. It sounds flexible.
It is very useful. Okay, next pair. Detail-oriented versus big picture thinker.
Oh, I am definitely a big picture thinker.
What does that mean for you?
I see the future goals, but I hate checking the small details.
I am the opposite. I love details. I notice every little mistake.
That is why we work well together. You check the details, I plan the vision.
Exactly. We need both types in a team.
Agreed. It's not bad to be one or the other.
Now, what about emotional versus logical?
I think I am more emotional. I follow my heart.
That makes you very empathetic. You understand feelings.
It does, but sometimes I take things too personally.
I am more logical. I look at facts, not feelings.
Does that mean you are cold?
No, just practical. I try to solve problems with my brain, not my heart.
That's a good balance to have.
One more pair. Planner versus spontaneous.
I am a planner. I have a calendar for everything.
Even for your free time?
Yes, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't happen.
Wow. I am very spontaneous. I like to decide in the moment.
That would stress me out. I need to know the plan.
And your strict schedule would stress me out.
See? Different personalities work in different ways.
Exactly. And that's perfectly okay.
So we have the words, but how do we put them into sentences?
Good question. Let's learn the best sentence patterns next.
Okay, we have the vocabulary. Now let's build better sentences.
Right. Please stop saying just, I am nice. It is too basic.
Exactly. Let's learn pattern number 1. I consider myself.
This sounds very thoughtful. For example, I consider myself a creative person.
Or, I consider myself very detail-oriented. It sounds professional.
It really does. It shows you have thought about your character.
Pattern number 2 is great for social proof.
Is this the my friends say pattern?
Yes, my friends would describe me as...
Or my colleagues tell me I am?
I love this. It shows that other people like you.
Example, my colleagues tell me I am very reliable under pressure.
That is strong. It is not bragging if someone else said it.
Exactly. It sounds humble but confident.
Pattern number 3, I tend to be.
This is good for general habits. I tend to be quiet in new situations.
Or, I tend to be the leader in group projects.
It shows self-awareness. It means usually, not always.
Correct. It is softer than saying, I'm always the leader.
Now, pattern number 4. This is for weaknesses.
I can be a bit... right?
Yes. Don't say, I am impatient. Say, I can be a bit impatient sometimes.
Adding a bit and sometimes makes it safer.
Exactly. It sounds less negative and more honest.
Pattern number 5 is, I'm the type of person who.
I like this one. It describes your actions.
I'm the type of person who always arrives 10 minutes early.
I'm the type of person who makes lists for everything.
This paints a picture of your personality.
Pattern number 6 is my favorite for job interviews.
I'm working on becoming.
Yes, it shows growth. I'm working on becoming more organized.
I'm working on becoming a better public speaker.
Employers love this. It shows you want to improve.
So don't just list words, use these full sentences.
Let's review quickly. I consider myself.
People tell me I am.
I tend to be.
I can be a bit.
I'm the type of person who.
And I'm working on.
Perfect. Use these and you will sound fluent instantly.
But wait, do we act the same way everywhere?
No way. That leads us to our next important topic.
Context is everything. You represent different versions of yourself.
So true. I am not the same person at work as I am at a party.
Exactly. Let's talk about the work versus home switch.
At work, I need to be professional and focused.
So you could say, in a professional setting, I am very serious.
But in my personal life, I am much more laid back.
Laid back means relaxed, right?
Yes, no stress, just going with the flow.
I'm similar. At work, I'm a planner. I control everything.
And at home?
At home, I'm messy. I don't plan anything.
See, that is a great contrast. At work, I am strict, but at home, I am relaxed.
Now, what about new people versus close friends?
Oh, this is a big one for me.
When you first meet people, are you shy?
Yes, I can be reserved when I first meet new people.
Reserved is a great word. It means you keep to yourself.
But once I get to know them, I open up completely.
To open up means to show your real personality.
Exactly. So the pattern is, initially I am X, but later I am Y.
Initially, I am quiet, but later I am the loud one.
That is a very common personality type.
What about under pressure or when you're stressed?
My personality changes a lot under pressure.
Do you panic?
Sometimes, under pressure, I can get a bit anxious.
That's honest. I'm different. Under pressure, I become very quiet.
You focus intensely.
Yes, I shut down the world to solve the problem.
So in an interview, you can mention this.
When things get stressful, I tend to focus on logic, not emotion.
That sounds like a strength, not a weakness.
Exactly. Describing how you react to context shows maturity.
What about energy levels, morning versus night?
Good point. In the mornings, I'm grumpy.
Really? I'm a morning person.
But at night, I'm energetic and creative.
I'm the opposite. By 9 p.m., I am exhausted and quiet.
So, you see, time of day changes personality too.
It really does. It's important to know your own rhythm.
But even if you know yourself, you can still make grammar mistakes.
Oh, the grammar traps. Let's fix those next.
Let's clean up your English. There are some mistakes everyone makes.
The first one is the classic boring versus bored.
Please never say, I am a boring person.
Unless you really want people to dislike you.
Boring means you make other people fall asleep.
If you feel like you have nothing to do, say, I am bored.
I am bored equals my feeling. I am boring equals my personality.
It is a huge difference. Be careful with the ED and ING endings.
Got it. Mistake number 2, I have confident.
No. In English, we use the verb to be for adjectives.
So, I am confident. I am intelligent. I am happy.
Not I have happy. That sounds very strange.
You can say I have confidence because confidence is a noun.
True, but I am confident is usually easier and better.
Mistake number 3, the missing article.
I am very honest person. What is missing there?
The letter A. You must say I am a very honest person.
Because person is a singular noun, it needs an article.
Or just drop the noun. I am very honest. That is correct too.
Simple fix. Mistake number 4, the grocery list.
I am nice and smart and kind and good and funny.
Stop. It sounds like you're reading a dictionary.
It is not believable. It sounds fake.
Pick 3 strong traits maximum, quality over quantity.
And give an example for each one. Don't just list them.
Mistake number 5, being too negative in interviews.
What is your weakness? I am lazy and I hate working.
You're fired before you even start.
Never say, I am lazy. Say, I struggle with procrastination sometimes.
And then add the solution. But I use a timer to stay focused.
Perfect. Always turn the negative into a positive action.
Mistake number 6, confusing opposites.
I am shy and outgoing. You can't be both at the exact same time.
It sounds confusing. Use the context we learned.
I am shy at first, but outgoing later.
That makes sense. Mistake number 7, faking it.
Do not lie about your personality.
If you say you're organized but your desk is a mess, people will know.
Be authentic. It is much more attractive.
If you avoid these 7 mistakes, your English will sound perfect.
It really will. Now, are you ready for the advanced level?
You mean the idioms?
Yes, the fun phrases that native speakers use every day. Okay, are you ready to sound like a native English speaker?
I am ready. Let's learn some personality idioms.
First one, a go-getter.
I love this one. What does it mean?
A go-getter is someone energetic and determined to succeed.
They don't wait for things to happen, they make them happen.
Exactly. She's a real go-getter. She started her own business at 20.
That is impressive. Are you a go-getter, Michael?
I try to be. Okay, next one. A chatterbox.
That sounds funny. Is it a box that talks?
No, it describes a person who talks a lot.
Oh, I know a few chatterboxes. They never stop talking.
My little niece is such a chatterbox. She tells stories all day.
It is usually a cute or funny term, right?
Yes, it's not very offensive, just playful.
Okay, what is the next idiom?
Next is a people person.
This one is very common in job interviews.
It simply means you're good at dealing with people.
You enjoy social interaction and you're charming.
I'm a people person, so I love working in customer service.
That is a great sentence for a CV.
Next one is interesting, a dark horse.
A dark horse? That sounds mysterious.
It is. It describes someone who has hidden talents.
So they are quiet, but they surprise you.
Exactly. He's a dark horse. He speaks 5 languages but never told us.
I like that. It's always a nice surprise.
Now, the opposite of a people person, a lone wolf.
This sounds like a movie character.
A lone wolf prefers to work or live alone.
They are independent and don't need a group.
He is a bit of a lone wolf. He prefers to work solo.
Is that bad?
Not really. It just means they're very independent.
Okay, one last one. Down to earth.
This is a huge compliment.
It means someone is humble and practical.
Even if they're rich or famous, they act normal.
Despite his success, he's very down to earth.
I want people to say that about me.
Me too. So we have go-getter, chatterbox, people person.
Dark horse, lone wolf, and down to earth.
These are fantastic. Use them to spice up your English.
Now we have learned so much, it is time to test you.
Oh, a test. I'm nervous.
Don't worry, it's practice time.
Okay, everyone. This is the most important part of the video.
We will ask you a question. We want you to answer out loud.
Don't just think the answer. Speak it.
Ready? Question number 1.
How would you describe your best personality trait?
Use the pattern, I consider myself.
Go ahead. Say it now. Did you say it? Good job.
My answer would be, I consider myself a very loyal friend.
Nice. Okay, question number 2.
What is one thing you're trying to improve?
Remember the pattern. I am working on becoming.
This is your chance to be honest. Go. Excellent. What is your answer, Olivia?
I would say, I am working on becoming more patient with technology.
That is a good one. Computers can be frustrating.
Question number 3, context time.
Describe yourself at work versus with friends.
Use the structure, at work I am X, but with friends I am Y.
Try it now. That was a long sentence. Good effort.
My answer, at work I am professional, but with friends I am a chatterbox.
See, you used an idiom too.
Question number 4, the social proof.
How would your family describe you?
Start with, my family says I am.
Tell us. Wonderful. Hearing yourself speak is powerful.
My answer, my family says I am the funny one.
I believe that. You are always making jokes.
If you answered these questions, you are already improving.
It feels different when you actually speak, right?
It builds muscle memory.
Please practice these answers in the mirror later.
Or record yourself on your phone and listen to it.
That is brave, but very helpful.
We have covered so much today.
We really did, from words to sentences to idioms.
I think our viewers are ready for any introduction now.
Absolutely, whether it's a job interview or a party.
You have the tools, now use them.
Wow, Olivia, we really covered a lot today.
We certainly did. Let's quickly review the journey.
We started with positive words like dependable and ambitious.
Then we looked at opposites like introvert versus extrovert.
We learned professional sentence patterns to stop saying, I am nice.
We discussed how to change your description based on the context.
We fixed common mistakes like the difference between boring and bored.
And finally, we learned cool idioms like go-getter and dark horse.
That is a complete toolkit for describing yourself.
But remember the most important rule.
Be honest and be yourself.
There is no perfect personality.
Some people are loud, some are quiet, some are planners, some are spontaneous.
All of these are valuable. You just need the English words to express them.
Exactly. Your personality is your superpower.
Now it is time for our question of the day.
We love reading your comments, so here's the question.
If your best friend had to describe you in just 3 words, what would they say?
Think about it. For me, my best friend would say logical, loyal, and calm.
That sounds right. My best friend would say energetic, loud, and caring.
So, everyone watching, please write your 3 words in the comments below.
My best friend would describe me as...
It's great writing practice, and we read every single comment.
Before we go, thank you so much for watching English Daily Practice.
If this video helped you, please hit the like button.
And share it with a friend who was learning English.
Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a lesson.
Remember, learning a language is a journey. Keep practicing a little bit every day.
You are doing great. Believe in yourself.
See you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.